All right, that's all done. Gotta hit some buttons. It jumped on me. There we go. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I see you, Riley. Fantastico. Look at, oh, wait, hang on. Let me get all this stuff out of the way so I can see all these smiling faces. Way to go. Kathy Taylor, Karen, good job. Look at all the smiles. Look at all these happy people. Pat got a picture. Don, give it to me, Don. Give it. Yep, there it goes. I see. I knew it. I see it coming. All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Woo. The instructor's just on the call with Roy. He said he's frying the minds of these hardworking MSIs. I think he was talking about me. Woo, Indina. Okay, good. That's not just me. Boy, do we got a lot going on right now. And so much coming your way. Goodness gracious. And it's all good. It's all good. It's so good. What I always say, Kathy, every time I say it can't get any better, he finds a way. I stop saying that. He's still doing it. Oh, goodness. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right, let's get everybody in here. We got 150 people already. Good deal. We're early enough that we don't have those little pests. Dina, you're going to help with the pests, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, the pest.
Those little pests.
The little pest.
Those little note-taking pests.
Oh, you make me laugh.
We don't like those.
No.
All right, everybody, if you're brand new and you haven't been here yet, welcome to the team. This is RRR247 podcast episode 27. Yes, 27. And Roy and I were talking a couple seconds ago, and I guessed right. I finally got it right, Karen. It is episode 27. They're just flying by, right? But that, what does that mean, everybody that hasn't seen the last 26? That means you haven't seen the last 26. They're on YouTube. Go find them. RRR247 on YouTube, and you can watch as many as you like. Get to know everything we've talked about for the last 26 plus weeks. But the podcast has been, this is episode 27. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're brand new, listen, I want you to write this down. Tuesday night's the most important night of the week.
Don't ever miss a Tuesday night.
I forgot to ask you, Angie, if you were as fried as I was after everything we're doing and everything that you did extra today too. Thank you again, by the way. Angie put in some work today. Let me tell you guys. Oh, welcome to the MSI team, Angie. You're a blessing. So listen, everybody, write this down. Tuesday night's the biggest night of the week. Why, Niall? Why is Tuesday night the biggest night of the week, right? Because all the big announcements, everything Rory and Tanya are going to launch, add, talk about, anything new, a product, a service, a tool to help you build your business, to help you expand, to help you hit your goals, to help you make more money, whatever it is, whatever the next step is for you, whatever's on your horizon, money, a new country, anything. They're always going to add all those things, all that stuff on Tuesday night. Never any other night of the week. Tuesday night, don't miss Tuesday night. And what else happens, Dina, on Tuesday nights that we love doing so much?
That is when we get to meet all the new students that have joined us.
Yes, yes, yes. Every Tuesday night, somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people joining the team. Now's your chance to say hello. We want to say hello to you. We want to welcome you to the family. Let Rory hear your name be called out for the very first time because you're brand new here. If it's your first Tuesday night, click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hold down the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello and tell us what state you're calling in from because we love hearing that too.
Hello, this is John from Arizona.
John from Arizona. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team. Who else is brand new? Anybody else? Just click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner of your Zoom screen down on the control bar. or hit the space bar on your keyboard. That'll do it too, like a walkie-talkie. Hit the button and talk, right, John? Some of these kids don't know what a
That's
walkie-talkie
right.
is.
Walkie-talkie.
All right, anybody else? All right, John.
Yeah,
You're
hi,
the
this
first.
is
Go
Bill
ahead,
from
Bill.
Pennsylvania.
Billy, where are you calling in from? I couldn't hear that part.
I'm sorry, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is in the house. Fantastic. Glad you made it. Made Rob's Day. There's another. How do you say it? Pennsylvanian? Is that how you say it? Pennsylvanian.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good enough to me too. Thank you. Welcome,
It
Bill. Glad you
depends
made it.
on it depends on what part you're from.
Well, still Pennsylvanian to us tonight. All right. Congratulations. Welcome to the call. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Welcome everybody to Triple R 247. Did somebody try to say something?
My name is Melissa. I'm from Minnesota.
Melissa from Minnesota. I can hear you, but I can't see you. I'm glad I could hear you at least. Thank you. Oh, there you are. Melissa from Minnesota. Welcome. Glad you made it, man. All right. Anybody else? All right. Welcome to the Triple R 247 podcast, episode 27. My name is Niall Eddy. I'm going to be the host for you tonight. If you're brand new, going to be introducing some great people to fill your ears full of all kinds of goodness. It's Tuesday night. It's our biggest night. It's the important night. It's a night we get all of our big announcements from Rory and Tandy. It's a night that we get all the additions, anything. Listen, guys, anytime they're going to add something to the system to help you make more money, that will always happen on a Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. So please don't miss that information. We also love hearing from all the brand new people. We love seeing all the different states being represented. We love having fun. We want to hear your name. Whoever got you here would love to know that you made it on. Plus, Rory would love to hear you say your name for the first time. Welcome to the team. So if you're brand new, and I have to say last call right now because it's 9 o'clock, click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hold down a space bar on your keyboard and say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, man. Welcome to the call.
Hi, I'm Deborah Flores from California.
Welcome, Deborah. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Thank
Sid, Chris Babb's new student. Welcome. I can't see the rest of chat. Dina, anybody got that? Anybody else?
I'm chasing otters. Sorry.
Martin Wolowitz, you get a hold of your instructor or your MSI. They'll show you how to get a hold of me on WhatsApp. Or maybe they'll three-way call in, or maybe we'll do a call together. I don't know, but just get a hold of your instructor, MSI. They all know how to get a hold of me. All right. All right, let's hit some buttons so we can get going here. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to close. Where'd that go? I got to click on that, and then I got to click on that. Come on, mouse, cooperate with me. Here we go. All right, welcome everyone again. Welcome to Triple R 247 podcast, episode 27. Write that down, 27. I start putting post-it notes on the side of my computer to remember what week we're on. We're growing so fast, but it's all good and it's all exciting. Episode Triple R 247 podcast, episode 27. That means you can also go back and you can rewatch all of those other episodes. You can get up to speed just by spending, 4, 5, 6 hours watching the last 4, 5, 6 podcasts. And that'll give you anything that we've announced over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. But you can go as far as you want. You can go back and listen to all 26 of them. It's a good thing to do. Meet the people, hear the announcements, hear all the things that Rory's talking about, or Tanya's talking about, or the people that you're going to meet and any of the leadership team is going to talk about. For those of you that are brand new, listen, my name is Niall Eddy, the Wolowitz guy that was in the chat just trying to get a hold of me. Dina, if you'll look him up, find out who his instructor is so he wants to talk to me personally about something. I'm happy to help anybody, guys, anybody. But let's do it with your instructor or your MSI together if we can. I've been in this industry now for 35 years. I've been working with the Rickards for 30 of those 35 years. Yeah, I met Rory 30 years ago, a little bit over 30 years ago. I was a young entrepreneur. I come from the construction background in Western New York. I hurt my back bad, went back to school to be an aviation mechanic, get my associate's degree in avionics, but it was while I was in school, I was introduced to this. See, here's what my life was like. I was that dad working 18 hours a day. I was lucky if I got home to have dinner with the kids that night. When I did make it home, it was usually just give a kiss on the forehead, tell them to brush their teeth, go to bed, and get up tomorrow and do it again, right? I missed a lot of those really young, early years, and it was tearing me up. When I was going back to school, it was still tearing me up. I went back to school as an adult with a wife and 3 kids. It wasn't just tough on me, it was tough on the whole family, right? But when I got something in the mail that made me take a look at this industry, and I've looked at it many, many times before, but I just didn't see the career in it for me. It didn't look like a full-time career thing. All the other ones I looked at, it looked like a part-time, weekend mad money kind of biz ops. And my whole family, sisters, aunts, cousins, everybody, where they were all always involved in one of them. So I've seen them all, but I never really seen them all for their potential. And when I was in school, maybe because I was a full-time student at the time and I was paying attention to everything, or maybe because I was really looking for a way to make some extra money to spoil my kids on the weekend. I dove in, I looked at it, and it caught my attention. And I looked at all the materials, and I made some phone calls for the material that was inside there, and I sent some emails, and I wanted to talk to everybody I could, and everybody that I talked to shared great information with me. And I just thought, man, if we can make an extra 500 or $1,000 a month with this, while I'm still finishing school, spoil the kids on the weekend, and then you take it over, when I'm done with school, so I can go to work at the airport and turn wrenches on aircraft, which is going to be, my lifelong mission, my dream come true. I'm not in the family business swinging a hammer no more. I'm turning a wrench on aircraft and having a blast, right? Nah, it didn't work out that way. Very stressful career, by the way. When you're working on somebody's aircraft bill, you just got done doing it, and 2 minutes later they take it 6,000 feet in the air. That's kind of nerve wracking. It's not like putting a swing set together and go, where did that extra bolt go? You think about that kind of stuff when they go up in the air. So I dove into it, and I really liked everything that I seen, everything that I learned. I actually drove a few hours from the town I was in Pennsylvania at the time around. And I met with some people that were all gathering for a special event. And I seen some incredible people walk across the front of the room holding up these big checks. And I thought, wow, what do these people know that they're making that kind of money, right? Well, I got to find out what this is all about. And they're doing that in this same business that I just got involved in. So let me pick their brains. Every time one of them walked across the front of the room and came back around to me, I stood up in front of him and shook his hand, made my face somewhat familiar with them, because I knew I was having dinner with them later. When I did have dinner with them later, I got a chance to talk to every one of them for a little bit. And I took notes, and I wanted to pick their brains. And all of them told me a lot of great things, but they all had one thing in common. And I'm going to share the secret with all of you tonight that are brand new. The people that have been around for a while, they've heard this secret. I'm giving it to you, the brand new person. Are you ready? You ready to write this down? The difference between them making unbelievable, astronomical incomes and me, the brand new person, which is you, they were doing it longer. That's the only difference. I swear to you, I promise you, if you plug in, become a student, follow the system, you can do what anybody else did. Every single one of them told me their story and told me what was happening, and they all kind of said the same thing. The only difference between me and you now is I've been doing it longer. I shook all their hands. I left. I went home. I became a very serious student of this industry and the system I was working at the time. I made more than 500 to $1,000 the second month. I did that the first month, and I wanted to double my goals, and I did. And the following month, I wanted to double my goals again, and I did. How did I do that? I just worked harder. I didn't even know what I was really doing yet, but I worked hard at the things that they say were going to pay me money. Do ABC and you'll get XYZ, right? You hear Rory say this all the time. If you do these three, ABC, then you'll get these three, XYZ. Well, they would tell me to do 3. I did 6 or 9 or 12 because I wanted to get there faster. It was easier for me to go fast than it was slow. So I poured my heart and soul into it. By the time I finished that last semester of school and with letters of recommendation went to work at the airport and was turning wrenches right away, I was only at the airport for 8 months, and this my side business was already making too much money to ignore, and it was no longer advantageous for me to go to work and punch a time clock for somebody else turning a wrench. And I walked in, gave him my 3 week notice. He was so happy that he let me go that day when I gave him the 3 week notice. And I got a big smile, grabbed my toolbox, left. I've been home ever since. Now, guys, guess what? I'm home with my kids. I'm a really happy guy, right? I'm not missing it all anymore. I got to put them on the bus. I got to take them off the bus. I went to every football practice. I went to every volleyball practice. I even went to cheerleading practice because one of my daughters was a cheerleader. And yes, I was the dad on the sidelines with the pom-poms, making everybody laugh and having a good time. Why? Because that's what I love to do. I loved spending time with my kids, but I also love making people laugh. And I had every family member up in the bleachers that was there for practice, having a great time watching this dad do the routine. I think it was called, right? Yeah, the routine. I had a blast. So you know what? When the bowling coach needed the high school needed a bowling coach for the travel league that they got in, guess who raised their hand and became the bowling coach for the high school? I did, because 2 of my kids wanted to be on the bowling team, right? And they needed a coach. And I said, well, I love to bowl. I got my ABC card. I can teach these kids how to bowl. Have you coached before? No, but I got a pretty good average. They didn't have any other candidates, so I got to be the bowling coach. Guess what? See that big trophy behind me? That was my team's first year. They took first place in that tournament at the end of the year, and they were so far ahead. Second place wasn't even close. There was no chance of them coming up and losing first place. 2 of them never bowled before. 2 of them were beginners, and of the 4 of them kids had a time of their life. It took first place. That put a smile on my face. Like I got more time with my kids. What I'm trying to get across to you, this industry gave you 2 things. One, write this down: time freedom. Now I can do what I want, when I want, where I want, and I can do as much with my kids as I ever want. Everything I ever did was all about what can I do for my kids and how much more time can I spend with them. The other thing it gave me, financial freedom. When I kept saying I doubled my goal, I'd hit 2,000 and I doubled my goal, and I hit that and I doubled my goal, and I hit that and I doubled my goal. I remember looking back about 2 years in the industry when my uncles couldn't believe that I quit that aviation job. And I looked at my income and I said, my goodness, I'm making more in 2 months now than anybody I've ever known in my life made in an entire year. I think it was a pretty good decision. You think that was a good decision, Bill? Yeah. So there's incredible things that can happen here if you become a good student of what we're doing, the industry and the system, and you don't make the one mistake that you can make here. There's only one mistake you can make here, and I want you to write this down. Give up on yourself and quit. That's the only thing that you can't reverse, the only thing you can't fix. The only thing that's going to stop you is quitting. If you don't quit, there is nothing that can stop you. There is no limit to how far you can go. It's all up to you. How much do you study? How much do you want it? How bad do you want it? How much time are you willing to put in? How much effort are you willing to put in? That's what this industry is all about. And the only difference between you and everybody that's been here for a while, all the MSIs and everybody that's, making the larger incomes, and even Rory himself, the only difference between any of them and you is they were doing it longer. That's the only difference. Rory and Tanya have put together the perfect system. He comes from the telecom background. He's got unbelievable love for mass communication. That's how I met him. I needed a voicemail to build my business, right? I was doing snail mail back then, sending things all over the country by snail. And I called Rory. He hooked me up with his voicemail. That was great. I built a network of 200,000 plus people around the country. And he showed me something incredible about it. I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. I could do little training messages and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. Now, I know some of these youngsters are looking at me like, well, that's not so great. We have that ability all the time, right? Guess what? This was in 1992. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have email. I didn't even have a pager back then. I wasn't even into technology. So even if somebody tried to sell me a pager, I wouldn't take one. But we had Rory and the phone system and that genius brain and his love for mass communication. And he put together a system that allowed us to mass communicate with people all over the country. And it was brilliant. And we did amazing things with it. But in 93 or 94, that's when the internet hit, right? Everybody's carrying home those big monitors about this big. Sometimes it took 2 people to carry it in the house, put it on the kitchen counter or your home office. And we're all allowed to get online now, right? So all of us entrepreneurs are excited. We're going to get online. How do we get online? What do you mean? How do we do what we're doing? How do we get people to talk to? How do we do this? Well, thankfully, Rory left the telecom industry and he hopped online and he became the #1 lead generation company on the planet. Nobody knows how to do what he knows how to do. Nobody can produce the quantity of leads he can produce every day, and nobody can produce the quality of leads that he can produce every day. There were a lot of other people out there trying it, doing it, right? And we've all tried some of them. And usually it's stuff that was sold 3, 4, 5, 6 times before it even got to you. It wasn't fresh leads. They weren't quality. Rory did everything the right way and produced new leads every day. And that's what he provided to everybody that he was servicing. Now it wasn't just people in this country either. It's people globally, right? All these entrepreneurs and different companies all over the globe. I remember the early days I would call him. I didn't know if he was, at the Fest House in Germany or going down the mountainside in Snowbird in Utah, or he was in Italy, or he was back over here, or he's over there, because he was just going back and forth all the time, teaching other people this system, how to do, how to do. So he became the #1 lead gen company on the planet. The only difference between now and then is he doesn't sell his leads anymore. What does he do with them, you ask? He invests them into you. You'll never pay for leads. He'll always produce more than you can ever chew through, right? There's more in there than you'll ever be able to, one person can ever get through. You'll never have a lack of leads and people to call it work. The other thing we needed, a website. Now imagine in 1993 or 1994, some of those early websites, they look like flyers on the internet. Looks like somebody took it off the telephone pole, put it on the internet, right? So just a typed up one-page looking thing. And then a lot of people got involved, decided they were going to build prettier websites to help entrepreneurs out. There were some decent ones out there. Some of them would get like 1 in 50 visitors to their website, would fill out the form at the end and say, give me a call or email me or whatever. I'm interested in the opportunity or the product or whatever we were promoting on that page. The really good ones, Bill, if you remember, were getting like 1 in 25, right? And they were the expensive ones, right, Don? They got 1 in 25 that come to their website, would fill out the form. Thought, wow, that's really good. They're getting twice the response that the other ones are. And Rory said, I'm going to try my hand. I'm going to build a website. And we're like, come on, dude, you're a lead gen guy. We like keeping you in the lead gen world, right? He goes, yeah, but I think I could do a good job of that. So he builds his first website. He gets 1 in 10. 1 in 10 people come to the site. They fill out the form at the end. Excuse me. And all of us are going, wow, this guy's amazing. I just can't believe it. Everything he puts his hands on, he's got that techie brain and he just likes to do it better, right? Rory said it wasn't good enough. He thought he would add some more technology to it, change it, test some different colors and stuff in advertising, and put out the second version of it. And he got 1 in 5. No one knows how to do what this guy knows how to do. That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. The #1 lead gen company on the planet and a really good web developer. And obviously the site that you're looking at today, everything just kept evolving and getting better and evolving and getting better. And it turned into 2008, it turned into the performance blogging system where we have so many things all in one site, right? A lot of different products and services that you get to take to the world, have a positive impact on other people's lives while you're building yourself an incredible business, whatever it is. If you just want to supplement your income a little bit, you got all the tools and everything you need right here. If you want to make more, a little bit more than supplemental income, you got all the tools and everything that you need right here. All of the training support and everything you can imagine. All of the friction points have been taken out of the way for you. All the reasons why most people get held back or slowed down or give up and quit and don't succeed. Rory has taken those out of the way for everybody. Everything's here. And if you want to make this a full-time career like I did and Dina did, and Angie did, and who else is on the front page that's full-time? But you're going to meet a lot of people. I'd have to scan the pages. Rob made it for his full-time career now. Then everything is here that you need as well. It's all about how bad do you want it, how much effort are you willing to put forth, how much time do you put in, how good of a student can you be, follow the training step by step. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Follow the system, because it's a system, not a suggestion. Every little step. It's not a suggestion. It's part of the system. It's a circular pattern of marketing where everything feeds the other thing. It's like a bunch of spokes on a wheel, right? You take a few spokes out, the wheel's no good no more. It doesn't work the same. It might roll, but it's not going to be as efficient as it could be with all the spokes in it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just follow the steps and let Rory do all the testing and be creative and add all the bells and whistles and things that make it that much better. If you're looking for a place where you have the opportunity to start a business with really good partners and really good leadership, if you're looking for a place where you can build yourself incredible money and income and legacy income that you can pass on to future generations while you're also helping a lot of other people worldwide, you found your home here at RRR247, and all of us welcome you with open arms. Welcome, and I can't wait to hear you, see you, read about you and all your successes a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. Welcome to the team, welcome to the family. And now, without any further delay, I just want you guys to know who you're getting business with. I get to bring on my brother, my mentor, my friend, my coach, my business partner, everything in one. You put it all together. After 3 decades, I think we're closer than I am with my own siblings. Mr. Rickard, the microphone's all yours. And I know you got great things.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, we got a lot. I'm gonna first of all, guys, it's Tuesday. And for everybody that's new, yeah, cheers. It's Tuesday. Anyway, my filter will let me see it now. Love
Cheers.
filters. So
This coffee, Bill.
oh, is it coffee? I'm drinking my throat tea. I've been on the phone all day, talking to a lot of new members coming in. It's freaking awesome. Okay, it's the first part of the Tuesday after the intro and getting to know the new people. And you guys, it's really important. I'm glad that Niall does it because, guys, what we do is so unique. There's nobody like us out there. And we get to be a beacon of hope, promise, and we actually execute on it for people that want to come in, right? So starting out, it's IBO updates. Trisha.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what? I think I'm going to do the immersive view with her. It cracks me up. Hold on.
Oh boy. You have so much fun with all your little gadgets.
Trisha, you just told
I've
me
always been a
yesterday you
gadget
love
boy.
the immersive view.
I
Well,
love this.
while
Listen.
Rory is setting that up, I am going to say what he just said about nobody else does it the way we do. Oh boy, and I still have my gym hair up. I have been working with the IBO project and been exposed to RRR. And, Rory never asked me. He doesn't even know I'm going to say this, but I have been watching what you all have been doing for a couple months to the point where last week I announced that I became a student myself. So I've been involved with many networking groups, with many e-commerce companies, and it is truly unique. So you are in the right place. So IBO program. And look, I have my necklace now, Rory. I finally got it.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I got all my products and my husband's now jealous. I wear it everywhere.
So proud.
Okay, I'll stick to IBO program. So the IBO program, we have developed a new and improved one, Jim and I working directly with Rory. So for those of you that don't know what it's about, I had a couple of you reach out to me asking me, or I would say inviting me to your study halls to train your students on it. And I'm so happy to do that. I'm excited to do that. I have a PowerPoint presentation together. Rory and I have spoken because there's been the IBO program right now is in step 4, but Rory has approved that step 2 is when we can start sharing it, you all as instructors. So just want to make sure that that is clear because there's been some confusion of if you need to wait till step 4. As far as spots, we have signed some really good advertisers. Last week, we signed 2 new ones and we're expecting 2 or 3 more on this week. The spots that I'm looking for, I would like to fill 28 more spots this week. So I always want to have people in the pipeline. It takes time to get you qualified. So it's not like you contact me day 1 and you're ready to be in the program. So we have a process and a cycle that takes some time to get you through all the documentation, all the contracts. And so we want to make sure that we always have people within certain phases of the cycle. And so I'm looking for 28 in the front phase right now.
You can just put the rosé in there. Sorry.
So that's it, Rory, unless you have questions.
I'm just going to add to this a little bit. So
I'll take the rosé too.
Yeah, I was just checking. We drank the rosé we had in the fridge, so I couldn't even join you with that. All right, so I do have a Merlot. I'm going to open probably tomorrow. All right, so on the IBO process, guys, and we've covered this like with the instructors, but like Trisha said, like if the students are doing everything they're supposed to do, we can jumpstart them in session two. And because we want to get that money coming to them. So Trisha, when they sign, like, and you guys, if they have questions about it, but they want to do it, when they fill out those forms, that's not starting them in the program. That's just getting the information in there so Trisha knows they want to get going. Trisha is going to call everybody individually. That's how we do it. She'll make sure that everything is answered and she knows it better than anybody. So this is not the process. And then from this, you guys, we know every bit of everything. It's a control freak situation on the whole process so that it's really watched. Okay. And it's set up in a way where everything's just clean. And you guys, this is something we want to get people into. So I'm going to ask Trisha a question. All goes well. I fill out the paperwork today. It's the 19th of August. I fill it all out. You and I talk in, say, 2 days.
Correct.
I have paperwork and stuff to fill out. What's the soonest I'm going, and what's the soonest I can expect my first check?
So we have had some people that I've spoken to, and within a week, we have them qualified. They submit all their paperwork, they have everything ready, and within a week, they're qualified. Then what happens is, and that's setting up their LLC, getting their tax ID, everything. Then what happens is once we assign you to an advertiser and back to the compliance and making sure we're doing things right, once we assign you to an advertiser, it can take 1 to 2 months. It's more on 1 month until they actually can start doing sales. When they start doing sales is when you start getting paid. And one of the delays in there, and I tell people it's a hinder because it slows us down, but it is a good thing. They have to go and build the websites for the products that they're going to be selling. And once they have you as an IBO, have merchant accounts approved, they have to submit those websites to the processing banks. And the processing banks review them for FTC compliance, Visa and MasterCard compliance, everything. So we have checks and balance all the way along. So from beginning to end to when you're actually going to get a paycheck, I would say it's probably about a 3-month process until you actually have your first check. Because they will close their books. Let's say we get you start doing sales in January. They will close the books in the month of January and they will pay you in February when they make all of their payments. Once you get that first payment, it is clockwork. It is in your account. They zell it into your account the same day of every month.
You guys, I want you guys to know that Trisha streamlined this entire thing so that it was just like this. And she'll go over the aspects. There's stuff that you're doing. I mean, there's reporting and some things you're doing. But you guys, this is like one of the most amazing things. And this is why we're going to stress this. And we get people going, and we have different types of people coming in here. And I'm just going to go over the basic buckets. We'll call them a bucket of human aspects coming into a program like ours. We have those that should have been here 6 months to a year ago. They're behind. Getting them caught up is it's almost like what I would consider a Hail Mary. The odds are horrible unless they dive in. Well, this fixes that. If they can qualify for this, they're going to have money coming in 3 months that they can start paying down their credit cards. Now, obviously, their credit needs to be at that point, but things change, okay? And things change when you have more money to pay things. Money fixes almost every problem we ever have, right? And this gets them that taste of it to where they can get going. The next type of group that we get are those that are like, hey, I don't know the stability of my job. I don't like what I'm doing. I want to find something better. I really want to have the freedom working from home. I don't like the boss situation. These are the people who are kind of waking up to, hey, I can find freedom and the internet's the place to do it. I just got to find the right solution. Those people are great for this. They get to get going. But the thing about this is getting that income coming in while we're building everything else up. It just solves so many other issues, right? It helps the naysaying of the home, right? The spouse is seeing $750 depositing in. We're seeing a couple $100 a month in expenses for the business. We're cash flowing. You don't have to worry about childcare costs. I mean, this is why this is such a brilliant thing. Now, the third I'm gonna go the third type of people coming in here. Retired and not enough money for the end of the month. Very common. 95% of Americans retire broke, basically. They don't have enough for ends meets. This is a solution for that immediately. And then they can build the community, and they're always hardworking, and they get going. This gives them that extra bridge to make it really happen without them feeling too much financial pressure. That's what's brilliant about it. Then we have, I always call it the retired and bored. And I love this group, but they get to come in here and do something great. But you know what? 750 helps them to help their family. There's places it can go to help the family unit be better. Also, it can pay for travel. It can pay for extras. You know, you can golf more. You can do things more in your retirement with that extra money coming in, and you don't have to rely so much on pulling down out of your savings, or, you know, it's just cash flows everything. And, you know, then we have we got veterans, we got disabled, we have all sorts of other things. And you know what? Trisha knows the aspect of all this angles, how it impacts things, what to do with it. So, you know, if they have a question about it, Trisha's going to walk them through when she talks to them. She's just very personal on it, and we want to know everybody that's involved in it, and so that they know that it's done this way, right? And I look at it, and there's, you know, and then we have the others, then we have people in all the buckets that they may not qualify for the credit yet. Well, guys, we have SHG, and this is something I keep saying we got to do more stuff on and redo it, but they can submit stuff, they can get their credit. Trisha's got things. If they're close to 650, Trisha can get them on the list. She knows things that she can walk them through. She's done some stuff with us here on the Saturdays to help people boost their credit up 50 points or 25 points to make a difference. Yeah, we're in this to help everybody together. And for those that are, you know, their credits, you know, maybe you got late payments, you got old history that's dragging you down. There are ways to clean that up. And that's what the SHG program is really good for. And, you know, we're trying to do this so we can help everybody that's there. Now, Trisha, how many slots do we have available right now?
I want 28 more.
Yeah, 28 guys.
And that's constantly, every time they funnel through, think of it as a life cycle. Every time someone gets assigned, I have another spot I need to fill because I need people in that cycle of getting qualified. And I'm low right now.
I tell everybody, if you qualify for it, there's no reason to hesitate. Get in, get going, get in the process. Yeah, you guys, and it's all spelled out in step 4. Instructors, when our students are doing everything right, they follow session 2 and they're going. You are invited to show them the IBO process before then, just so they can get it in, get it going. Because, you know, some people are going to take 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks to get their PBS done. Let this process start building. Let this process start building so that they can see some financial gains. You guys, the fact that we have this is just amazing. The fact that we have a way to help people, even if it's only for 6 months. And Trisha's been getting amazing advertisers, guys. And I'll always state, because I know Jim's going to say we only can say 6 months, but we're not trying to make it 6 months. We're trying to make them go for as long as they can. It's just how long is the product going to work out? How long is the product going to sell? There's things that we don't control on everything, and some of these things go for a long time. I mean, we've had people in this program for years. So it's there. Age, Brian, it's on. The IBO information is there. It's 21 to 69.
Yes, 21 to 69. And again, that's not our rule. That's a processing bank's rule. We cannot get merchant accounts approved for anyone over 69.
And really, if they're turning 69 tomorrow, that's not going to work. So you want to get them in like as fast as possible. It's temperament, like 69 is like the hard line. Right? We've seen that. And so, and I say that, you know, when I'm talking to somebody, and usually, you know, their age, because you're talking and discussing things, if they're close to 68, they need to start that process immediately, because the window's going to shut. And we want to help everybody. You guys, we are a great solution for all ages. A lot of people that find us online that are looking are older than 50. Not a lot of people want to hire them, because why? They don't want to hire an older person. They don't want to deal with all that. We love it. We love it. They come with a lot of wisdom, patience, and they have a lot of I got to tell you, it's perfect. So, you know, I'm glad that we can go this long, that we can go this wide as far as the ages, and that's amazing.
And Rory, when it gets closer to year end, like I know there's always so much on the agenda, but as an accountant, I would like to share with the community too of some of the tax advantages of being an IBO. Just think of it, you own a business, you own a company. And so there are tax advantage of that as having a home-based business as well. So there's other advantages than just the $750 per month. I actually helped one, not a student, but years ago, somebody who was an IBO get some grants of being a single mother, having a home-based business. She was able to get some grants from the federal government. So there's many opportunities around the program.
Brad, I'll answer the question. And your instructor is like, we go through session 1, we go to session 2. At that point, when you understand how everything goes together, if you're doing everything properly, you're showing up for the sessions, they can put you in there right now at session 2, right? Otherwise, it's there for people to see when they go to step 4 when they're completing the system. But we want everybody to see it ahead of time so they can get it started.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing we have is we want this to reward people that are doing the program and they're part of the community, because this gives them that bridge to help build this, right? You guys remember, this is a utopian community. We got to help everybody rise up. The more we help others, the better this becomes. And if you've got the means and that income coming in to help get over the hurdle of starting, the hardest part is getting started. You're going to modify all your pages. The hardest thing is learning how to do all this, the initial learning curve. And that's for anything, right? Not just RRR and the PBS. That's for anything. It's the hardest part. This is why, it doesn't matter the career. Look, you guys, let's just balance that out for a little bit here. If you were to do any career, you've got a learning curve on how to do the responsibilities of the position, right? And depending what it is, and some people have to go to 4 years of college to get a degree in order to have that career. We're running people through and getting them going in weeks. It's unbelievable where it's at. And I know it's understanding that truly is great, but we have these things in motion to get things going. You guys, if you go Google what it takes for an average business to become profitable.
Usually 3 to 5 years to become profitable.
We get
plus
people making money
plus a large investment upfront.
Yeah, we get people going for peanuts, right? And we got a couple different programs, right? We got our VIP, but we get people cash flowing if they do the work in weeks. Mm-hmm. And then you put the IBO program in there, and it's like, here's a great shot to the arm. Let's run, right? And so I'm just stressing this out, and I want to make sure, and I think every one of our instructors understands the importance of this. It is such an amazing gift to be able to help somebody with this. And yeah, there's qualifications, but we'll work around those. And, I think we'll put some more emphasis on some training on how to help, fix people's credit. That's a good thing to have anyway. You guys know if you have better credit, your overheads drop anyway because you get better interest rates. You get better access to money, right? Because you handle it right. It's just, it's a necessary evil, this credit rating system, right? But getting this IBO going and those funds coming in to help bridge, I'm going to stress, build your business. It's not going to be there forever, and you're going to have this new income coming in. Use it to build to pass that level, right?
Rory, I have it written up step by step, click by click, on how to enroll in Experian Boost. And it tells you if it's going to increase your credit score or not. So it really lets you choose. You could say, add this account, don't add that account. But I was working with a member, and we got her credit score up 87 points just by enrolling her in Experian Boost. Within 5 minutes, it was up 87 points. So whoever I should send that document to get it distributed, literally wrote up click by click how to enroll in that. And I think everybody should at least look at that and see if it's going to help their credit scores, because it helps, as you said, with more than the IBO program.
What? Send it to me, Tricia. I'll add it in the training, and we'll link it to the IBO section so that people can see that.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you, everyone. Great seeing you all.
Tricia, we went every now and then. I want to go into this a little bit more. I know we have a lot of new people that haven't seen this or going through it. It seriously is an amazing program. Thank you, Tricia. And you guys, Tricia's she's fully RRR247. She's doing all the aspects. She's building her PBS. You guys, it's so when she's family, but also know that she knows what you guys are going through. So she knows, she gets it. Right. And that's just remarkable. So hats out for that. Okay. Niall, do we get that link out to everybody for accountability? Is that in the chat yet? Let me see.
Not yet. I think he's pulling it up now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, we talk about the 100 Club. That's those doing V marketing. You know, if you're doing 100 to 200 a week, that's a pretty good pace. But after about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, you should have people that haven't responded to anything. Those are the ones we send text 4 to. Text 4 is part of the Evolve program. And this month started the Evolve commission. So we got commissions going out from the Evolve lead program. There's people getting some nice incomes from this, and you'll be feeling it, you guys. And the thing is, it's an ongoing thing. So remember, Tanya and I fund the leads. You're taking them 100 at a time to work. And as you send them through the process, when they go in the Evolve preview and go forward, you're making money on every purchase aspect of the program. Now, what you guys need to know is the MSIs and I are working to make it more streamlined as the lead process to help everybody do better. The MSIs have stepped up. We're locking this in there. So we're going to be helping that lead process go. So your responsibility, your main responsibility is just to send that text 4 out at the right time. Okay. Now, couple housekeeping things on the PBS Vortex system. So you guys, our PBS Vortex is inclusive of a lot of services, right? And I know I cover it well in our trainings, and I'm just going to spell a little bit more because there's a change happening that is, it's all about price because the carriers have increased the rates 20% effective September 1. So we are giving, we guys, we lowered our cost of business to do it in a big way dramatically to the $59.95 price that it's currently at the moment. Okay. We are going to grandfather everyone that's in and active, obviously, at $59.95. All new business, all new enrollments into the PBS Vortex starting September 1 will be $79.95. It goes up $20. We had a 20% increase. Now, the PBS Vortex covers, you know, all of our capture pages, all of our links, all our access to the Evolve programs, and all sorts of things we do that way. It also covers our outbound SMS and calling to do the prospecting and building the business that we do. Now, it's already supplemented by Tanya and I. Now, this increase, it's one we gotta pass it on, but it also increases the commissions. We pay out 50% of the PBS Vortex fees into the commission structure, which is a 4-tier program. There's 3 tiers and then the MSI tier. So $40 of it's paid out to your teams. That means 50% of that is paid out to the enroller. So the enroller gets $20 a month. All right. And then it's 20%. Or actually it's 40, 20%, 10%. So it's 50, 20, 20, 10 for 100% of the commissionable amount. The commissionable amount's 40. So 20 is paid out, right? And then, what does it work out? It's, I was going to go, is it 884? Yeah, 884. So $20 is paid out and then 884. So $8 tier 2, $8 tier 3. So all it does is increase it. So those that are grandfathered, your price is $59.95, but you're going to be making $20 instead of $15 on all the new accounts starting September 1 forward. Tanya and I are going to subsidize everybody that's grandfathered. All right. So if you're not active, when you go to reactivate, the new pricing will be in effect for everybody. So if you've been like waiting to get it activated, $20 a month savings is what you're looking at if you act by September 1. We're giving everybody notice. I've been fighting it with the carriers. I've been trying to submit stuff to argue it with friends of mine that have, in the telco world, the carriers are just doing it. It's an incredible increase, and it's across the board. I've went to the other providers. They're all jacking the rates up. Most of them are going up 30%. So they're taking the 20% hike, adding profit to it, right? I know how this goes in the telco world, guys. It's a money grab, but SMS marketing is massive. It's being used by every major company, every major healthcare company. It's a big deal. I think every one of us gets SMSs all the time, right? It's a way we're responding. So supply and demand, and that thing's covering there. Now we're doing everything to keep those costs reasonable, but also know there's on that commission structure. So as you're building your teams and you're doing the assisted V marketing, nothing changes. 4 and yours is free. And in this case, if you're on the grandfather rate, 3 and you're basically free. So 4, you're profitable going forward. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of it. No surprises come September 1. And those that are active and going forward, you'll just keep the renewal rate at that $59.95 going forward. We keep the grandfather rates. And then everybody new will be at the $79.95, commissions paid out accordingly. And if you're active with the PBS Vortex fee, you're able to get all the commissions that are tied to that. So that's the Evolve commissions. And you guys, we have people getting thousands of dollars from the Evolve commissions now. It's freaking awesome. And we're in our second month of that. All right. And that's just in the way that process goes, the education and the lead process. So I wanted to bring that up. If and instructors, as you're reaching out with your students, if they're on the fence, we have a lot of people that have their subscriptions they haven't activated. Anything pending come September 1 will be removed, and we're going to have to restart them at the $79.95. That old rate goes away for anybody that's not activated. I'm going to stress it. All right, we're subsidizing those that are actively building the business. Tandy and I have a heart for that. We're doing it. If you've been here before and you signed up and haven't got the PBS Vortex going, the new rate will be $79.95 if you wait till after September 1. Hopefully I've been clear on this, right? I'll probably put a couple more reminders. We got, 12 days. There's 31 days in August. September 1 comes out. The fee will be more. All the sheets will be updated. That's it. All right, let's see. Next. The 100 Club, if you qualified for it last week, so you did 100 text 1s, 100 text 4s, so the minimum. 100 is a minimum for that. You are invited to come into the millionaire course that we're going to do in 15 minutes. Okay? Otherwise, if you have a PBS that you brought a new PBS student in up through midnight Sunday of last week, you're also invited to come in. Right? And what we're doing is we're really focusing on the higher level stuff, on what it takes to get to that millionaire status and growth. We've got some really new highlights, but we're letting those that are doing the right activities that lead up to PBS sales being current coming in now. And you guys, sometimes it's just hearing and understanding and being around it. You guys, we are who we surround ourselves with. And if I get to help you guys even more by some concentrated time focused on those critical things on building the empires we all get to build, that's what I want to do with my time. It's my favorite time of the week. And I want everybody deserving to get that focus. But here's the thing about it. The focus attention only makes sense for those that are actually doing the work. It's applied knowledge, which becomes power, versus just knowledge, which is power if you apply it. That makes sense. It makes sense to dive in with you guys that are doing the work. And so I'm going to encourage everybody to do that 100. You guys, there is an aspect that we focus on, and it's massive manifestation and focused directives for success of what we're doing. It's very heightened and very specific. And this is just necessary stuff. And I love the fact that we're growing in that regard. Now, we're going to be attracting more and more people into our teams. We're in the high season. I get really excited about this time of year. People like to go to action, go to build. This is one of those times, right, where you should be getting creative. Remember, we got Christmas tomorrow. That's how it should feel. It's tomorrow, right? I mean, you guys, I'm going to tell you, I went to the store the other day and it's Halloween decorations everywhere. It's August. Okay. Christmas is literally, you're going to start saying Christmas tomorrow. What that means is make sure we're blogging the stuff out there. Now, when I bring up the Christmas directive, I'm already thinking about it, right? So there's high times of different products, right? Weight loss is kind of constant. It has big times around the holidays, but right after the holidays, massive for weight loss. Creating wealth is it's all year, but it's higher in different seasons, right? It's higher right now through mid-November, and then it's high again in January, February, March. And I'm looking at our memes, right? And right now we're focused on the evolve. Everybody should be pushing those out, and all of us taking advantage of what I call the Coca-Cola, the consensus marketing, right? We want people online where they're going around things, seeing our ads with those same images. Only differences are our URL at the bottom, but the same images everywhere. All right, I've got mine scheduled and I'm hitting, 40 to 50,000 people on Instagram. I'm getting all my Facebook stuff out there constantly. Okay, I'm one person. There's several hundred of us that have memes. If we're all putting it out there across all of our social media channels and we're posting on classifieds for free, we're all doing all the different keyword stuff. We're using those images everywhere we can. Our exposure is going to reach. We all might have cross sections that share, or because we might have RRR247 combined, but you guys, we all have different social reaches. And this is marketing that we get to take advantage of that has zero cost to it other than our time. But we're all using these specific professional images. Now, I'm actually having a hard time knowing what those next images are going to be that we're going to deliver September, October, November. Now, I have some ideas, right? Because we've got, the new branding and the stuff coming out for the Velveeta products. However, I'm going to drop this out for all the instructors, especially those that do the trainings on Thursdays. For years, we built holiday pages. A lot of us have holiday sections that are just there, right? And those that are new, you're going to be hearing about it. But I want to focus on holidays this year more than we ever have, and I want to tie it with the consensus side. So we're going to have memes specific for the new Velveeta directions. And you guys, we have new imagery. The Jeunesse name is gone. Everything is Velveeta. So we're going to switch all of our stuff to that direction. We're going to have specific memes for those products and what they do. And if you're on the Mondays, I talk about this on the Velveeta specific call. But their AM, PM, which the PMs are out of stock still. They'll be back in. We need to let everybody know where they are. But you guys, that AM, PM, that is a multivitamin, Maximize Pro and prebiotics. It's got energy for the morning. It's got stuff in there to help you sleep. I'm loving the AM, PM. And I'm hearing it from everybody. Debbie Malone, if you can't add your name to the bottom, you should be able to, but just put it here. One of us will take care of it. Okay, AM, PM. So I'm going to put the challenge out, you guys. We're going to be writing pages about it. And I'm going to be doing more of a story. We don't need to list everything that's inside of it other than it's just greatness. It's great for the morning, great for the night. Try it. We're going to be getting corporate created videos to help us market. And we're going to be featuring these products. You guys, we have incredible products. And a lot of us don't even know about them because they changed, right? We've added products. But if you haven't tried AM, PM, and again, the PM is out of stock. The new branding's coming out. But it's going to be something. All right. So watch for that. But if you can't get the PM and the AM's available, get AMs. Start your day with an AM. Or take two. I take three. Take them based on what you think is smart for your size. I'll put that. We talked about this on Monday. So the attendance sheet, for those that don't know what that is, as you get doing the V marketing, we like people to be accountable. They did V marketing for that week. We also want you to be accountable that if you did the 100, which means you sent out 100 text ones and 100 text threes in that same week, that qualifies you to be on with us for the Millionaire course, which we'll go into in about 7 minutes. Now, if you don't know about it yet, it's okay. You're probably not into session 3 yet. But as you get through session 1, get through session 2, and you're building out everything in step 1, you're going to start into session 3, which is RV marketing, where you're going to utilize the PBS Vortex, not just for the lead capture, everything it does on your PBS, but also to do outbound text messaging to bring people into the team using marketing that Tanya and I pay for. It's awesome. But like anything, we want to make sure people are accountable. And just even if you just got on there and did a little bit, that's great. We're making progress. But those that do at least 100 a week and 100 of text fours, which creates that evolve income, that's where we're starting to get some consistency that's going to help move that needle of success even faster. And you guys, we win by doing a lot of people doing a little bit consistently in teams. That's how we win. Those of us that have we grow teams of teams, right? And all right, if you guys can get them added. I love that you guys are getting added because then you'll be able to like comment on the sheets. This is great. Yeah, first and last name and your instructor. We'll do that for the next 6 minutes. You guys fill that out. All right, now I
just added Deanna Brosen.
Awesome. Okay, guys, listen. Saturday, and I realized I'll put out another announcement, but Saturday is a PBS workday. I got massive things to catch up on. I know we all do. And so I'm going to be working from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern, working on the PBS. And it'll help everybody to get caught up. If you're brand new, this will be a great time to be working on your pages, seeing how things are done. I'm going to be working on all sorts of aspects of building pages, marketing pages, and everything else this Saturday, all day. So have your snacks ready, have plenty of water, fluids, right? Maybe, I'll probably suck down a couple mines. I'll have at least one reserve, and I'll be doing various things throughout the day. But guys, there's a lot of things to catch up on and a lot of things to get done. And also we've got changes in the works and hopefully I have some time to start working on that direction, right? So that we can be ready for it as it comes. For instance, I'm going to drop a couple clues. I happen to know that individual page links, and this is something I need to bring up. So you guys, Bella Vita has undergone a bunch of changes with the new stuff. I'm going to share my screen for a second. All right. I'm going to go to a sign up link and I'm going to show you guys a couple different things. So let's see.
I have mine up if you want it. That page, the join packs.
This has login, or it says 15% off by becoming a customer on this, and this is the sign up link, and they can be a customer or they can become a member, right? And this is a little confusing. There's the packages down here. Now I pretty much enroll my members, when we're doing our process. The packs are down here. That's the pro, which is promoter, influencer, ambassador, which this is what we recommend for everybody, and then ambassador plus. They're all down there. Now when you do it internally, it's a little bit different. Niall, as far as a customer coming in, they're going through here. Now, you guys, this is what's really important, okay? If I go to bellavita.com and I go to I'll go to record again. And I go to biome, for instance. Actually, I'm gonna go to tune. it's going to go to the tune page. It's product specific. Learn more, buy now, and it's going to take them just to this product, right? They can do black, they can do rose gold, they can add it to cart, right? And they get 15% off as a customer if you have it set off in your back office. All right. And these are it's been marked up at whatever Edison did on here. And they can add other products that go through here, proceed to checkout, and they can become a member. And it says that if they order 60 BV or more, which makes them a promoter, then their V Club's free. It explains this 8 weeks of activation. It's there to be a member. This is a new twist, or I can just become a customer. And if I continue as a customer, right, then I can create an account, become a customer, and I receive a discount for doing so based on how it's set up. We're going to be doing more training on this change that's here. Now, when we're enrolling somebody, I'm going to log out. Let me go into login here. When you log in, man, this is you're going to go to my network binary tree and you add somebody, it's going to pull up. I went really fast on that. Let me start over again. When you're logged in, I'll go to the home. You go to my network over here in binary tree. And then when you enroll somebody, I'll wait for it. Then you can choose products or you can go to a customizable. And this is where, if you're enrolling somebody as a member, this is where we recommend you start on. Now they have packs you can get. So you can get this reserve start pack or an elite pack if they just want reserve. But usually we're getting people and they get them an assortment of products to try. We use customizables. And then you fill in what they're going to be getting based on the products that's there. And I'm just going to look at the PM again. Yeah, it's out of stock still. You guys, all the new branding, all the version 2.0 stuff's coming in. It's there. But I'll go in here. And, they say that, I always recommend people get a tune. And I'll show you this. A tune rose gold, a tune black, one of the AMs. That puts it right here at the minimum to be a promoter at 235, but they get 15% off, so the price drops. So that's a great way to be a promoter, and you can do an assortment of products and whatever else is there. That's a customizable. Now, I recommend ambassadors for anybody, but the thing is, if they spend 1,600, they're going to get 25% off. It's actually it's an incredible deal, right? But this whole new system here, just go play with it.
There's
Just
a
go
graph
play
right
with it.
there on the top, Rory.
Was that?
See the little graph on the top?
Yeah.
50% off, 20% off, 25% off. So they just keep picking products until it gets up to the little arrow and
If you're doing ambassadors, like we can do that. Like I would recommend a couple AMs. I recommend the PMs, couple mines, to try out, a couple of everything basically. One life usually. Or sometimes I go to two of these, a Revita Blue, couple Nara. I have fun with it. While we have them, like I put it like a lemon, a chocolate sea salt, a couple more caramel macchiato. Maybe they want two mints. We're up to $14.91. And then if I go like I know I could do like one more mind, right? And this is going to get them set up for a lot. We're at 1574. Add. Oh, I didn't even do a youth. Put a youth in there. We're right here at $1,600, but we're at 2198, not 85. This is an ambassador, but the actual price is 1649. Right? Even though, and you're getting a lot of free product. And for especially if you got a couple like husband, wife, this is a great way to go. And yeah, I see that there, but on the value. And then they got 8 weeks before they have to order again. And this is where we get really smart. And I want to show people something on the order. So I'm gonna go to store. I already filled all that stuff out, right? Oh, to start over again? Okay, good. I'm gonna go to store. Now, this is for your V-fill. Okay, and I'll go to it right here. I'll go to home. I'm gonna go to V-fill. Now the V-fill is basically an auto ship. And the thing with the auto ship is I always like to use wallet funds if it's there. We go to the product configuration. I'll go right here. I want to show you what's really important. Okay, so a qualifying 4-week period is 24 BV. Brains are 40 BV. Okay. If you order more than $149, shipping is free. Otherwise, it's $20. Okay. So I look at things based on cost average. And, Edison's got a caramel macchiato, a chocolate mint, and 2 lemon drops, right? And that's on a really good discount. But this is 80 BV or 12 weeks. That means you only have to order this every 3 months. Okay. Now I'm gonna change things up. I'm gonna show you an example that's gonna be something that's here. So I'd put AM. I'm gonna put 2 AMs because we can't get PM right now. So pretend that's 1 AM and 1 PM. It's out of stock right now. It'll be back there. But AM PMs are 24. What that means is if I order an AM and a PM, that counts as 8 weeks of qualifiers. So I'm gonna get 2 AM PMs. Okay. I'm gonna get 1 mind. That's 44, right? And then I'm gonna do I could even do, let's see. I could do a Nara. All right. And I'll bring this up here. Oh, I gotta hit save. And this shows maximum, and maximum means it's only going to process if you need to. So like if you place orders on your own, it's going to kick it out, right? So I'm going to say I'm not going to change my vehicle date. So this, I got the 2 AMs, 1 mine, 1 Nara. Okay, it's 105 BV. And basically that's 16 weeks of activity or almost 4 months of activity. Meaning this is every 4 months. It's 279.80. So if you divide 4 right into 280, right, that's basically $70 a month to be active in this program. Right. And so if you're making more than 70 a month in commissions, you're cash flowing above it, right? But it makes your cost of this the lowest, a low point. And depending on what you get, sometimes it's 65, and sometimes you just order, if you order properly, it's there. Now, if you're taking AM, PM every month, like I do, you're going to well surpass this. And what it does is it just sticks out the date further. When you got retail orders, it sticks out the date further. We don't have to buy every month. We just have to have a 24 BV for every month order, for every month or for every 4-week qualifying period. But Velavita lets us stack them out. It's so smart and it's very effective for those that are being on a tight budget as they're building their business out. It is such a freaking gift. And if you understand that, like this is just making it better for everybody. Now, if you're buying AM, PM every month, that qualifies you for 2 months. So if you wanted to pay the shipping on it, it works out to about $60 a month. but you can get a lot more of the other products. You can get, some of the more expensive products based on this model and try them all and have a reasonable cost of your business. And then as you're making more money, you can benefit from the life. I mean, these are products that extend our life. These are products that help us have a healthier life, right? Our health is valuable. And if you're making money and being able to market these products and also partake of them, your stories are going to be better. The way you represent them is going to be better. You're leaving them more. That's why we like the whole combination of it. But I'm stressing this out there because if you understand how the BV equates to the V fill, you can order smartly and then have it extended out to where you don't have to order every month. You order when you need to, but it's going to keep you active. What you don't want to do is lose your volume. We're building volume. Everybody's got a team probably that's building on the left side or the right side. You're building and accumulating volume. That volume turns into commissions when you build out the other side. You don't want to lose that. That's why we're doing this. This is the extent of building the business. To have Bella Vita be sustain, to stabilize Bella Vita and make it to where it's creating, daily, weekly, monthly residuals, you just got to have steady business on the right, steady business on the left. But we always build one team first and then start balancing on the other so that we're working smarter. So you're banking volume. New students coming in, they're getting volume banked underneath them from their instructor and the team, and they get to capitalize on that once they start actively building their business. It's just understanding this. And if you're building your business slow, just make sure you've done everything to protect your business so you don't lose that volume. Because I've had students lose upwards of 5 million in volume on a side of business we were growing because they weren't active. The amount of money that creates is freaking tremendous. And it's just minding your business. So there's something I wanted to stress on it. There's some new things in there. And you know what? Just go play around to understand it. Now, there's something I'm looking at it. If they're going to keep it this way, we're going to have to put videos that show customers how to order. You always get BV when you order V-fill, Pat. Yep. Whether you order yourself through a store or you have the V-fill run. And you guys, I use the V-fill to protect my business. Like mine doesn't need to run till like 2030 or something like that because of how much we order. But if it runs, it's because it needs to protect my business. I forgot to order for that time. And that's how I treat it. I order what I want on demand when I want it. I also wait for promotions. If they do a BOGO, I'm going to stack up. Like I think I got 12 boxes in RRR right now. That'll last me 6-7 months. Great. I got a BOGO. Yeah. But whether it's V-fill or store, it counts as BV. Now listen to me. It's 24 BV. It's got to be. Now, if you use your VSC, your internal money to buy, it deducts BV. You don't get BV for VSC. So I know we've had people use it to buy product. They thought they had enough and then they didn't have a minimum because they paid almost all of it with the VSC. Make sure that when you're checking out, you see how much BV it is. Make sure it's at least 24 so you're qualified for that month. Thank you for bringing that to my attention because that is a key point to train you guys on. All right. Love you guys. See you on the training. Tomorrow's training on Evolve. You guys, even if you're not able to participate fully in the program, the training is amazing. And it's something you're going to want to aspire to. You're going to want to have holdings and aspects of making money in real estate as you're building your wealth. You're not ready to do it today? No problem. I want your mindset set to where I'm going to get to there. I want it to be something you're like, you know what? I want to get this built so big that I can participate in everything they do. That's what you should be thinking. Not, oh, I can't do this. I might as well quit. No. You're going to be around this. You guys remember, we develop into who we surround ourselves with. So if you're around people that are teaching you how to invest in real estate, how to find real estate deals, how to grow that, that's going to rub off on you. Uh-oh. Right? Uh-oh. If you're around people that are making money in marketing, that's going to rub off on you. Again, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. If you got people that are helping you strategize your life and your time and your effectiveness and how to plan your day so you can be more productive, that's going to rub off on you. Uh-oh. Right? Oh, no. Whoa, hold back. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the trainings and see you guys in the millionaire course. Those are qualified. 100, and PV.